Welcome to Coffee and RPGs. My name is Solomon S. Kane. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of MMO and RPG News Roundup. We got a lot of news to cover, so if you guys got your beverage of choice, let's cover the news together. Cheers to you guys. So, yeah, I don't really know what more to say for this one. We go on over to PCGamer.com. Cyberpunk 2077 features customizable genitals. And the writer of this article is Stephen Messner. And he says Conan Exiles might have some stiff competition if the ESRB is to be believed. Good play, Stephen. Good play. But anyways, the article does go on just going through the history of Cyberpunk 2077's ratings history, how obviously it was going to get a mature rating for sure, but I think this definitely will seal the deal in a way. Players can select a gender and customize their character, although if you remember, they kind of did away with the whole binary sort of male or female, in more so in favor of just the style or the look of the character instead. And yeah, so apparently you could still have the customization of one gender and have aspects of the opposite gender. But we already knew that, but this is just saying that you could customize the thing that goes between your legs as well. It goes on to say the language here is just vague enough that it's hard to picture exactly what is customization or what the customization screen looks like. And I don't think that's by accident, just because, look, I'm trying really hard not to say anything too offensive because, YouTube has bots that go through the videos to make sure you don't say anything offensive. Oh my goodness. I'm 10 years old all over again. I know Yang did about a 12-minute video on this alone. Granted, he didn't talk about this particular customization for the entirety of the 12 minutes, although that would be impressive if he did. He too went back and started covering sort of the aspects and the history of the rating system that Cyberpunk 2077 went through. But anyways, I'm just gonna move on from there. So yeah. Next, we head on over to Destructoid.com. EA says there's more Star Wars Jedi games to come. Disney and Electronic Arts are evidently planning on making more Star Wars Jedi games after Fallen Order's massive success over the past 6 months. They say, we obviously don't know if the next game is a direct sequel to the Fallen Order or something else entirely that will carry the Star Wars Jedi brand. Whatever it is, it's clear that Fallen Order convinced anyone that single-player narrative Star Wars games can be commercially successful. Go figure! I know a lot of us are saying EA with the whole I told you so meme, so that's good that they're continuing on with the type of games that a lot of gamers want, which is a really good single-player narrative-driven game. Now we head on back over to PCGamer.com, and I know I did a lengthy video about the sort of new social mode that Fortnite is doing, and I'll have a card linking to that particular episode as to why that this new direction would make Fortnite an MMO as much as it would make Second Life an MMO, right? So anyways, to kind of kick off their Party Royale mode, Deadmau5, Steve Aoki, and Dillon Francis to headline the Fortnite Party Royale premiere. Here's when and where it's all going down in a new violence-free Fortnite mode. Fortnite's No Combat Party Royale mode debuted last week, giving players the opportunity to fool around with new social hub activities like skydiving and leaping boats over ramps. The Fortnite Party Royale premiere event starts on Friday, May 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Epic is doing a repeat of the broadcast on May 9th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time as well. Just in case you actually do play Fortnite, Epic says that anyone who logs into the Fortnite game between May 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time to May 11th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time will receive the Neon Wings back bling item, which reacts to music. Presumably, Epic would love for everyone to wear these during the concert portions of the event. Heading on over to MMORPG.com, Population Zero addresses launch concerns after rocky early access released. And as I covered yesterday, they did go into early access yesterday, but from what I could gather, it's pretty bad in terms of the reviews and the opinions of different players out there. But instead of trying to cover up, the creative producer Dennis I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. I do apologize for not being able to. Straight up said, no sugarcoating and straight to the point. Please accept our sincere apologies for how the launch of early access have gone so far, which is fair enough. It's respectable. And also, Dennis continues, citing that players are entitled to a full refund if they feel their experience wasn't met with the launch product. 3 primary issues that the team is looking at: friends invites, server stability, and Commander Edition pricing policy. So yeah, as of recording, it's sitting at a mixed review, which isn't too bad. I was expecting worse, given all the negativity that I've actually been hearing from players. I was expecting like very negative or something like that. And heading on over to massivelyoP.com, this is so bizarre and interesting at the same time. Music Battle is a text-based MMORPG about making music and doing crimes. It goes on to read, this bit of free-to-play gaming describes itself as a, quote, massively multiplayer online role-playing game where music is a passion, but crime is your life. That's actually pretty clever. In Music Battle, the ultimate goal is to create a record label and take over the world by any means necessary, including committing crimes, attacking others, and maybe actually creating records in between all of the crime committal and attempted murder. Getting stronger involves going to the gym to raise your fledgling rapper's stats and should make attacking others or surviving attacks much easier. So apparently this MMORPG was supposed to go offline, but with 40,000 active players, it was brought back to the point of being shut down, and the development is still continuing on. I'm actually wanting to check this out just for the lulz and for the memes as well, just because it's such a bizarre take on a game. So next we head on over to PCGamer.com. Rumor: Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster will be out before next April. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time with this, but it does seem to have some merit just going over the article. Back on over to MMORPG.com, a dual login event running all month in TERA Online. A dual login event is running all month long in TERA, giving you a chance to win a Chupa token. I don't know what that is, but anyways. Additionally, you'll be able to complete a Vanguard request every day until May 18th and receive a special item from a prize pool which expands each day. From May 5th through May 10th, you can receive special increased XP through completing Vanguard requests and dungeons. But of course, I would recommend just going to their main website at tera.nmas.com/news just to check out the full details of the event. And they got different dates that does different things. And there's just too many to list right now for me to go without going over my time limit. But of course, I'll definitely have the links down in the pinned comment section below. Back on over to Gematsu.com, Wanhuan Sword 7 scenery montage trailer was released. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. Softstar Entertainment has released a new trailer for Wanhuan Sword 7, introducing the game's environments. It looks pretty decent enough. You could definitely head on over to their Steam page for more information. It says that the game is an action RPG rooted in Chinese history and mythology. Players take the role of Taishi Zhao, a calm and reliable swordsman who was accidentally involved in a tragic fate. To protect his beloved family, he starts a journey in this chaotic realm to find the truth. Next, we head on over to massivelyop.com. 500,000 people played Albion Online in April, so the studio is hiring again. So good on them. I love reading about success stories, but yeah, Sandbox Interactive isn't afraid to talk real numbers, as it's put out the population update that claims the game saw 500,000 monthly users in April. The studio says 2 factors: the launch of Queen in January and the whole world problematic thing that I keep not being able to mention because of algorithms. But in any event, they have a chart over here that shows the growth of the population over the past 4 months, so good on them. Heading on over to MMOculture.com, Gunfire Reborn, a new adventure first-person shooter with co-op set to launch this month on Steam. Duoyi Interactive, probably butchering that, the Hong Kong subsidiary of Chinese developer Duoyi Network, recently announced its plan to launch Gunfire Reborn on Steam platform later this month. According to the description, Gunfire Reborn is an adventure level-based game with elements of first-person shooters, roguelike, and RPG. And again, as always, I will have the link to their Steam page down in the pinned comment section below if you're interested in learning more about this game. Personally, it's not really my cup of tea, but I mean, it still could be fun. I'm very interested in what kind of RPG elements this game has. And just really quick, back on over to massivelyop.com, World of Warcraft Shadowlands gets a new alpha build with updated abilities and new roles. A new alpha build of World of Warcraft Shadowlands has arrived, and naturally that means it's time to start data mining the heck out of it. So yeah, apparently Google thinks I need a firearm, but if you head on over to wowhead.com, they have the recent news that you can check out of all the data mined information about the new alpha build as well. Back on over to MMORPG.com, Guild Wars 2 Icebrood Saga free login gifts revealed. No quarter episode out May 26th. And this is something that I covered multiple times, but real quick, as a reminder that the Icebrood Saga is free to play for a limited time if you haven't purchased the expansion. There's also multiple login rewards as well, including a toy mini egg on May 12th and an experience booster on May 5th. Back on over to massivelyop.com, Torchlight 3 makes big changes to skills and skill points in the latest beta update. It reads, now players will get new skills every 5 levels, meaning skill points can be applied voluntarily. Players may want to sit on those skill points as well, as there will be now a total of 60 points instead of 100 points to spend. The update has shifted many skills around. As a result of these wholesale changes to skills, players will have their characters automatically respec in order to allocate their new points and create their own builds. And sticking with massivelyop.com, Finnish startup Dazzle Rocks raises $7 million for new mobile social box MMO. The writer of this article is Bree Royce, and I really like the tone of the article because it summarizes how much, how I feel about it too. He goes on to read, so hey, who wants to hear about a new MMO? It's a new, quote, social sandbox MMO from Finnish startup Dazzle Rocks, and it just scored almost $7 million in funding from investors. Downside, it's a mobile MMO, and it seems to be taking the blocky Minecraft voxel box motif and running with it into the full global MMO for smaller screens. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know what that necessarily means, social sandbox MMO, but at the same time, it's like, if it's made for the mobile, it's just like, I'm not really interested in it anymore. And in other interesting news, footage of the canceled Prince of Persia Redemption title from 2012 surfaces. The LinkedIn profile for Christopher Prelot, formerly of Ubisoft, lists work as a 3D level artist from April 2010 to 2011. I won't be playing it above me in fears of copyright strikes, but if you do want to check out the video, the links will again be down in the pinned comment section below. And I thought this was really cool. We head on over to massivelyop.com. MMO Fan creates an infographic to help you choose a game. And if you head on over to the Reddit post that the article was mentioning, someone actually made a pretty cool chart as to what kind of MMO that you could or should play based upon your answers. And as you can see, we have a zoomed up version of the chart, and yeah, it lists different types of MMOs out there, and you could go down the chart based upon your answers as well, which is pretty interesting and really cool at the same time. And that wraps it up for today's episode of MMO and RPG News Roundup. I do appreciate if you made it with me so far. The watch time does help with the algorithm, and if you haven't done so, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell notification, as those two help the channel a lot. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.